Hello, hello. Have you all recovered yet? Have you recovered? Good evening, welcome along. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in the world. We are back again for another edition of the Sunday Bunch. Joining us tonight, it's the OGs. It's the OGs are back on. Terry, Dino, and Jacob. Jacob, how's your day been?
Not too bad, Philly, mate. Not too bad. Weather's glorious down here. You've
not been running that marathon, have you?
No. There's no way I could do a full marathon. No, but congratulations to all who've completed it today, by the way.
Right, there you go. Well done. Dino, how's your day been?
Yes, the same thing every week now. I was telling you the same. I played football and done nout.
You played football and done nout?
Then done nout all day.
Well, that's what Sundays are for. Sundays are for doing nout all day. And busy choking in the corner there. Terry, how's your day been, Terry? You been in church?
It's been good, nice and chilled, relaxed, going for a nice walk, been for a run, can't complain.
Fair enough. Before we start, very quickly, massive thank you to Wolf Competitions, our channel sponsor for this season. Been absolutely amazing. They have, if you're not checking them out yet, wolfcompetitions.co.uk. There is a link in the description. Just check it out. Go and win yourself some cash or prizes. Loads of stuff, really. Of course, we are live, which means you can have your say via the live chat already on there. First up is our Emma. Good evening, all. There's Mackham Cabby's there. Hello, the Mackham Cabby. Alan Robinson. Mickey Stewart is there. Pixel Rich. Tony Lee. All right, Terry. And two of the V's. Withers, whatever that's supposed to mean. Oh, so it's back. Old school again. Old school. Matt's out and about. Who's, that happens to be you, Terry, again. And our friend, Taffy Mackham, doing the high five. Malarkey and all that stuff. So if you want to join in, please do so. We start with Friday night. My weekend ruined by 8:30, really. But Sunderland 0, Nottingham Forest 5 as it finished in the end. Players were back in the starting lineup. Terry, was you confident when you saw the lineup?
Well, the only thing I wasn't quite happy about was obviously Ronaldo not starting. He's my favourite left back in the team, and I thought he was a shoe-in to start. But I mean, the rumours were that there was a lot of players under the weather before the Aston Villa game, and Ronaldo was one of them, and already was another. So they were taken off so many minutes into the Aston Villa game to kind of give them a bit of recovery So whether Ronaldo hadn't recovered enough to start the game, or whether Hume is obviously his favourite right back and left back player, that's the only one that I could really question. Was for me, why have Trey Hume as an unorthodox left back when he's a better right back and got a natural left back in the squad? Why wasn't Ronaldo starting? So that's all I think of was that because he had a poor game and he was under the weather for the Aston Villa game. That's why he didn't start.
There was apparently there was a bug going around, and I think there's 4 or 5 of them affected by it, apparently. So, Dino, when you saw the team lineup, and also there has the question coming from our very own Emma for your question for Dino. Who's he going to blame Luke this week? Are you going to blame Luke this week? Go on, Dino. You saw the team. Were you so confident, thinking, like Ballard back in to start with and all that?
The only thing I wasn't happy about was seeing Diarra starting. I think Diarra should have probably been dropped. I want to see Enzo Lafay in that position. I just don't think Diarra offers you that much, because then it will free up the left-hand side for Talby, because I don't know what Talby has to do to get in this team. I don't understand what he's done wrong. So that's what I would like to see. I mean, Hume at left back, people like Terry says he'd rather see Ronaldo, but I didn't think Ronaldo didn't have a really good game against Villa. And then obviously Hume comes on and scores. So, I mean, I wasn't upset by it, don't get us wrong. Obviously, I thought, Luton United had a bit of a bad game against Villa. So I expected Ballard to come in. But, I mean, who are people going to blame this week? I mean, if Luke O'Neill was on the pitch, he would have probably got all the blame for 5 goals. Would have defended worse when he wasn't in the team. I'm not saying like if he was in the team, we wouldn't have conceded. But it shows 09 isn't the problem. I don't understand how Sunderland can go from who were undefeated, the last team undefeated at home, then all of a sudden we're getting beat at home constantly. Certain weeks, it boggles my mind. I don't know if players are on the beach, but yeah, the only change that I would like to have seen was Enzo in the middle for Talby out wide, because I feel like Lafay's wasted out wide.
Right, okay. Just very quickly, where we at? Taffy Mackham says it was 09's fault for taking ages to dry the ball at the throw-ins. We can always rely on Taffy Mackham. We can.
Bill
and Alan Robinson.
I do believe 09 brought the bug into the camp, so it's his fault for that as well.
Oh well, there you go then. Alan Robinson, 2 games running our keeper and defence with poor. What's going on? Jacob, you saw the starting lineup. Was you not sort of confident having, like I said, the likes of Ballard and that back in?
I thought it was a starting lineup that could give Forest a good game at least. I mean, the outcome of what it eventually led to we'll come on to that a little bit later. But yeah, I sort of agreed with some of the changes the BRIS made. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Ronaldo to pieces. He's one of the best left backs I've ever seen in a Sunderland shirt, but I thought Hume did very well when he came on against Villa. Obviously got a goal the other week, so I backed that decision. I do agree with Dino. I think Enzo, we have to get him in that 10 position. I think he's way more effective when he's playing in behind the striker. I think Diarra, over time there is a player in there, but right now it's just not happening for him. I think Enzo should be the one to occupy that position at this moment in time. And it baffles me also about Talby. He was excellent against the Mags, and we've hardly seen him on the pitch since. I really don't understand that one.
Right, okay. Just very quickly, go into the chat. Marianne and Carl Taylor, our friends in Boston, Massachusetts, says, hi, guys. Nice to see Dino back. Well,
I was back last week, wasn't I?
Yeah, but I mean, you've not been on for a while, and it is nice to see you back. Well, it's nice to have you back. Not so nice seeing you, but I think Trey Hume and Diarra are very, very poor in this league. Says down there. We went 1-0 down. All right, so it was 17 minutes or something like that. Went 1-0 down. I mean, they say it's sort of a dangerous time. You go a goal down. You know, you've got to be alert not to, not to concede again. You know, did we switch off, Dino?
I mean, I wouldn't say it was switched. I would say it was switched off from crosses because, like, it was always back post, and somehow them were winning their headers. Were very lackadaisy at the back, mistake after mistake. I mean, I don't know. It's like the Sunderland teams kind of regressed just a little bit. I don't know if it's a loss of confidence after the Villa game. I don't know if it's because we've completed the objective of staying up. So now, obviously, there's rumours of Labrie might be getting sacked if he doesn't get Europe, which is, I think, a stupid accusation to make. Because at the end of the day, we've exceeded that much. There should be no pressure, because if we don't get Europe, the main target's still being achieved, staying up, and that's all we wanted. At the end of the day, no one thought we'd be in the position we were. But now, did that put extra pressure on the players thinking talk of Europe? I mean, who knows? But I mean, it just wasn't good. I mean, Nottingham Forest were on a 5-win streak, playing well. I mean, Morgan's Gibbs White scored a hat-trick last week, so he was on a high, and then obviously he scored. But yeah, I felt like we switched off a little bit. I don't know what it is, but it wasn't great. I felt sorry for. I mean, people left. Well, even at 25 minutes. I mean,
well, we'll get on to that anyway.
I don't blame them, but it wasn't good, was it?
Right. Okay. We can always rely on Taffy Mackham to try and lift the spirits when something like this happens. Taffy Mackham says it was an embarrassing day all round. He got caught climbing over the wall at the Sol, but they sent him back in. Apparently, so fair point Mark Atkinson makes. I think the goalkeeper's head's been turned. There has been talk of big money for Roos, possibly, who knows. Tony Lee says Roos hasn't been the same since he came back from injury. Miles Percival saying shipping 9 goals in 2 games is definitely a worry. Jacob, did we switch off after that first goal then or what?
Capitulation. We were absolutely folded like a deck of cards. But the signs, even before we conceded the first goal, were there. The passes that Roofs were giving, he was giving to Alderete in the first few minutes, some of them were just infuriating to watch. I mean, the high press that Forest played with from minute 1, it just completely bullied our back line, and we kept. The worrying thing is we kept doing it. Roofs was constantly giving the ball to Alderete, and Morgan Gibbs-White was on him like a flash to win that ball back off him. Same with Anderson as well. And it also, like what Dino raises a good point there about, we've seen to the last 2 games when it comes to defending crosses, we've just completely shat ourselves. I just don't get what's been going on. But yeah, I've heard rumours also that, there's a few players that even played on Friday that were, I think you mentioned, Philly, an illness in camp. Roofs apparently the 2 goalkeepers were affected by it. Apparently, Alderete was even lucky to apparently start the game against Villa because of an illness as well. Alderete didn't look right at all on Friday. I think there's something going on there.
Right, okay. Just very quickly on the chat down here. Taffy Martin says, join aside, a lot to do with a change in the players' mentality. As soon as we hit 40 points, you can see it. Emma saying the issue played out the back, Roofs insisted on it. Ian is back on the chat here to wind everybody up. I'm sorry for being late. All people are waking up and smelling the coffee now. Lee over in Spain is there as well. Dino predicted us to lose last week. Did he put a bet on it, apparently? Terry, 1-0 down. Did we just switch off then?
Well, end of the day, look, I thought the first 10 minutes we did all right. First 10, 15 minutes, and I think Forrest kind of realised and then put us under lots of pressure. But you have to give credit where credit's due. Nottingham Forest in a really good run of form. You don't become a bad team overnight, and they finished in the top, in the European place last season. And to be down there, I think they're in a false position. They've started to play really well. They're in the semi-finals against Aston Villa. They've put in some good performances. They've really got high intensity. They beat us at our own game, what we were like in the first start of the season. They put us to the sword. And if you know yourself, I don't know if the players were bad or some of the players were under the weather or had been ill or whatever. If you're a little bit under the weather, you can't put that kind of performance in. You can't match a team that's 100% fit, firing on all cylinders. If you're a little bit down, you know yourself, if you feel a bit off colour, you just can't be bothered. So whether it's an accumulation of a few things, and like Dino said, as players relaxed a little bit now because they know they're safe. Do they think, well, they're playing at home, we've got a good record at home? They didn't really expect the kind of sort of high press and the strength of Nottingham Forest all-round attacking ability, and it just didn't give us a moment's peace. And the passing out from the back is just starting to really grate on me at the moment. I mean, that second goal, I wonder if we'll talk about it, but why is he passing the ball straight to a Nottingham Forest player? I just don't get the mindset in doing that sort of thing. But Forest were by far the better side, and they wanted it more. You could tell on the pitch they wanted it more. And it's just one of those nights, isn't it? It was just an embarrassing performance, full stop, and shambolic at times. And that was just one of those first half performances you just want to forget about.
Okay. Just before going any further, 116 people on the stream at the moment, 26 likes. So if you can give us a thumbs up, smash that thumbs up, give us a like, that'll help us out. And of course, if you're watching and you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Really does help us out. Here we go then. This will start you all off already. Brett 8-9-3-3. I've been Labris out since Christmas. The happy clappers can clap, but we have had many chances to kick on this season, and we haven't. Calling it now. Labris in charge next season equals a relegation battle. I'm going to chuck that aside for now. We'll come back to that because, I mean, Dino briefly touched on it. It's been on social media, and it's got to be a load of horse shit, surely. I mean, it's just made up shite. That, I mean, it's got to be. But you was on about Roof's passing the ball out there. That mistake is that what led to our collapse? Because I mean, from then, and I know there was, the first goal, you could say they got a bit lucky there, where went in off the back of Hume's head, really, and that. But I mean, a couple of silly mistakes. They were lucky with the one, I think, the third or the fourth goal when it came out of the fourth goal, I think. But I mean, Roos, like you say, passing it out there, from the back like that, if we did switch off, I mean, is that what was the start of the collapse, Terry?
Well, I don't understand the mentality of doing that sort of thing. Why put yourself under that kind of pressure when you don't need to? You don't need to do such a precise pass. Just try to pass it past the centre forward. You're always in danger of giving it away, which you did. And yeah, heads went down. I don't even know they were patting each other on the back or giving each other some kind of high five after the second goal went in because they're trying to maybe pick Roofs up. I don't understand it. I've been fucking going mental, me. But even the first goal, where was I don't understand where Nordy was. Was Nordy not supposed to be in the right back position, defending the right back position? Why was Hume at left back right over the other side? The defence has been poor last 2 games. Have been all at sea, and it hasn't been the team. We've done our objective this season. We've won. We've stayed in the Premier League. We've easily stayed in the Premier League. We've beaten Newcastle both times. And now we just relaxed and said, right, that's the season over. And no one's really interested in making it to Europe because that's definitely not going to happen now.
Well, yeah, well. I mean, you said definitely won't happen now, but we'll touch down on that in a bit. I was talking to a Forest fan as well about this. I mean, Taffy Macklem says this club is about 3 years from Europe. Thursday, Sunday would kill us, and this is what the Forest fan says. They got into Europe and that, and they've done well in the Premier League, but this season in Europe, and like I mean, they're in the semi-finals, but it's just killed them, and that's how they've ended up now in a relegation battle, because it's too much too soon for them. And I think that would be a similar thing for us. Jim Buck on the chat says, Brett, you deluded. Jacob, Roof's silly mistake. Was that just the start of it, and then we just completely collapsed? Yeah,
I think so. I think it was the manner. To be honest, I think Roofs is an unbelievable keeper on his day, but there's something not being right about his kicking for even just before he got injured. For me, that sometimes where you just want him to just give a simple lump up the pitch, sometimes he'll kick it out of play or he'll give it to the wrong man. But yeah, Roofs just looked like every time he received the ball, there's just a man that just lacked confidence there on Friday. Something's not right for a player to have such an awful game like that overnight. It was worrying to see. I mean, you look at reasons for that potential. It could moves away in the summer be affecting his game. At the minute, potential moves away because I really hope he stays. But was there something? Could the illness rumours be true? But it's the way the Chris Wood one, the second one, how poor that goal was. It filtered across the rest of the players on the pitch, and from there we just looked like an absolute shambles. The confidence, even amongst the fan base in the stadium as well, to get behind the team, which we'll obviously come on to that a bit later, was just shell shocked and
right
at zero.
Right, okay, thanks, Jacob. On the chat here now, it's starting to kick off a bit. Brett, can't be playing 3 players out of position to shoehorn them in the Premiership. Will keep getting punished. He also says that Jim Buck, that he's a realist, apparently. Jim Buck says he's a T-shirt supporter. Taffy Mack and Brett, yeah, apart from beating Newcastle twice, beating Chelsea, draws against Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, what's BRIS done, eh? Tony Lee says, Well, no, well, he's saying he's done a great job, basically. Tony Lee says, set piece coach, James' brain needs shifting. Not sure about that. Dino, Roof's silly mistake, that pass out, was that what caused the end game for us?
I mean, it shouldn't have. I mean, we've been 2-0 down in the past against Bournemouth. We came back 3-2. We were 3-1 down against Villa, and we came back to 3-3 and probably could have won it. So for me, no, it's just like the mistake doesn't help. Don't get us wrong, but I'm not a big fan of this whole passing it round at the back. I hate it. I think it just puts you under constant pressure if the team's got a high press. When you've got someone like Brian Brobby up front, yeah, he's not the tallest, but he's strong. You can get his body in the way. He might be able to get a flick on or a little touch. Win the second ball on the other end of the pitch and then build up from there. I don't like this building up from the back because you just one bad pass from what exactly happened, a goal for the other team. So I'm not a big fan of it. Because whenever, at the start of the season, I don't think we were doing that because didn't LeBrie come out and say, we're not going to try and be like a Man City and play out from the back. We know what we are and we're going to play to our strengths. And that's like seems to have changed throughout the season where we're doing it more and more. And obviously, there's been a lot of mistakes. The Newcastle game, Luke 09, then this one, and there's probably been others. And the third, I think for me, the third goal, it's just so lackadaisy. It's a corner whipped into the back post where there's a free man. I think it was Jesus. He headers it back across the goal, and it's just a free shot for Morgan Gibbs-White. And I'm just like, we used to be really good at not conceding corners and set pieces. We've got the height, but it feels like everyone's just marking the wrong man. It's like smaller players are marking taller players, and taller players are marking shorter players. I don't understand it. And once that third goal went in, it was basically curtains. Do you know what I mean? You could just tell the lads were deflated. And then they scored straight after that, and you could just, there was no reaction. Everyone was just hands in the air, like what's going on. I mean, Xhaka didn't look. I would say that was probably the first time Xhaka didn't look very interested in that game. To be fair, he didn't look very interested. It was just a bad night.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, we were 4-0 down in that short space of time. Did we deserve to be 4-0 down?
Yes.
Perry?
Yes.
No, were you all saying, yeah?
Aye, 100%. Yeah, definitely we deserved to be 4-0 down because we were 4-0 down and they scored 4 goals. They were the better side. They were clinical. Our defence was just poor. We just defended that bad. We left players wide open. Crosses, like Dano said, coming in the box willy-nilly, easy. We weren't even, I can see it, for the first 3 quarters of the season, we were clearing these balls away. We're comfortable. We were brilliant in defence. We had one of the best defences in the league. And all of a sudden, we've gone from that to this. Something's gone wrong somewhere now, whether that's a accumulation of players being under the weather and to do with the head coach. And I don't know, but or on the beach, that kind of thing. But they need to sort that out for next week against Wolves and put in a better performance and really show battling, fighting spirit because it just didn't exist on Friday night whatsoever.
Right, okay. Ian says manager got it wrong again. Brett is saying that LeBris is too inconsistent. If he was consistent, we'd be top 7. Jim Buck, who's always positive, we'll have a bit of positivity on here. Stop the wines, yes, we're crap, but it doesn't mean Reggie out does it shite or whatever. Anyway, yeah, I mean, we've had a great season. And I know I sort of said on the Fanalysis, and I thought, Europe's just a step too far for us this season and stuff like that. But, I mean, when you look at the table, 1 win puts us 7th. Right, we could go 7th, really, and it's like, and 7th place is going to get you Europe, possibly 8th place even. So to write it off, I know it's just me.
That's if other teams don't win games, which obviously odd teams are going to win them games. So you're always fighting against them 3 points. If we just won the last 2, the Villa game, if we won that, I mean, it's definitely on, and then we're getting beat, it would have still been on, but the fact we've lost against Villa and these, it's just less and less likely, and I think the fixtures are only going to get harder.
Right, okay.
Man U, Chelsea, anyone else? Who else we got? Man U, Chelsea,
Everton, and Wolves.
Everton, they're fighting for it.
Man U, Everton, Chelsea. So
mean,
easy, man.
not an
Easy.
easy running that.
Easy. Chelsea are shit.
It might not be a
Jacob?
bad time to play Chelsea. They'll be thinking about the FA Cup final the week after.
Yeah, see, Dino, what do you know?
Or is it before?
Nothing.
Correct me in the comments.
I think it's
So-
before. The last game of the season's against Chelsea.
Oh, so they play the final the weekend before that?
They play the final 3 weeks' time.
It's stupid, that.
Wow.
I mean, why
I
are they
don't
messing
like
about with the FA Cup like that? Anyway, right, okay, look. Half-time whistle comes. Mukiele starts arguing with the fans. I don't know if you've heard much about it. I mean, I've only seen what I've seen. I mean, fortunately for me, I mean, I was working on Friday night, so I did my show, and I couldn't go to the match. I could only watch the first half, and then I had to leave for work, which was my excuse for sort of leaving early, which we'll get on to next. But Mukiele arguing with the fans. Your thoughts on that, Dino?
I mean, I could understand he's frustrated himself and he's probably thinking why we're getting the boos because we've had a good season regardless. But that doesn't excuse the fact that we've been absolutely shit that first half. Nobody really stood out, had a really good game. I think Chris Rigg was probably the only one who I thought was done all right, to be fair.
And he got
But
taken off?
Yeah, I think that was more of like just to save him a little bit, possibly. But yeah, I don't like when I'm seeing players having to go at fans. At the end of the day, the fans pay the money. They were watching a load of shite and they've got every right to voice that opinion. As a player, you should be able to take it on the back. You just got to be a bit thick-skinned, and obviously emotions must have just got to him. And I mean, maybe he's never been booed in his life. I don't know. I know he's played for PSG and some other big teams. Did them ever get booed? I mean, I don't know. It might be his first ever experience and he didn't like it. But, I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully he accepts that he was probably in the wrong, because at the end of the day, the fans pay your wages. They're the ones who've got to sit and watch that and support you no matter what. So, yeah, it was unfortunate, but hopefully he did get a talking to, and I'm sure he put a statement out as well, but I can't really remember what it said, but I don't think he apologised.
Right, well, there's a bit of a revelation going on here on the chat because Ian has put, he agrees with Dino, and he normally knocks you a bit there, Dino, but he's agreeing with you, so that's good. It's a bit lively in the chat tonight, actually. I'm trying to listen to you guys and keep up with this. Jim Book says to Brett, send your CV to KLD. Clearly, your football coaching and tactics are much more superior. Where we at? I've lost it now. I'm trying. Brett says he's allowed his opinion. Jim Buck. So, what's your argument for BRIS throwing the game against Port Vale? It's going backwards and forwards. So good read in the chat actually tonight. Terry, Mukiele arguing with the fans. Your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I wasn't happy at the time when I seen it, and I thought he was bang out of order. The only way you can kind of sort of that thing can happen is if he was being personally abused by a fan, which I very much doubt he was. They're probably just booing him, saying, what a load of shite. What a load of shite the first half was. And at the end of the day, if you're going in 4-0 down at half time, what do you expect? A round of applause. Yeah. You know, you're going to get booed, aren't you, simple as, and you deserve it, simple as. The majority of the team in the first half was absolutely pathetic, if not all 11. And I wouldn't expect anything else if I was going in at half time. You know, I'd get booed, simple as. Get in there, pull your finger out, come out, and just show them you're better than that. Yeah, it does show he's got a bit of a passion about them, but at the end of the day, it's bang out of order. He shouldn't be arguing with the fans. The fans have come there, they paid the hard-earned cash. You know, prima donnas turn up, get paid thousands of pounds a week, and they put that kind of performance in. Nah, that's not good enough, man.
Right, okay. I'm miles behind on the chat here, like I said, trying to keep up. But Taffy Mackham says 100% agree with Dino. Xhaka was a mile off it. He didn't look right. Jimbo absolutely deserved to be 4-0 down, which we was on about back then. Jacob Mukiele, halftime starts arguing with the fans. Your thoughts on it?
It goes back to Terry's, but it depends really what was said to him. If it was like absolute dogs abuse thrown at him where it could be potential personal level, then I kind of get it in a way, but at the same time, it's not a good look on Nordy's behalf, the way how he reacted, to be honest. But also fair play, Granit Xhaka was trying to drag him away when that was happening, because he went through all sort of like he did something similar, I think, when he was at Arsenal, where he had the captaincy, he got subbed off, and the fans were booing his performance, and I think he threw the armband on the pitch and stormed off down the tunnel. So
you were there, weren't you, Jay? You understand, weren't you?
What for that? That's a chance. I knew this was coming. But no, I think Xhaka was basically just trying to stop Nordy from making the situation a lot worse than what it is. But Philly, at the end of the day, I do sort of listen. Fans obviously pay their money, and the performance. Sorry, agree with what Terry said. Fans pay their money. The performance was absolutely dire. I don't know what other reaction the players were expecting, to be honest. Even at halftime, it was just simply not good enough. I mean, we'll come on to the debate maybe later on tonight or another show about whether fans should leave or boo the team, because there was a lot of walkouts. Yeah, there was a lot of walkouts at halftime, and the stadium of Light, when it's rocking, it's fabulous, but it's the worst stadium in the world, particularly when you're watching it on the telly, when fans start streaming out. It's horrible to see. Really horrible.
Go on, Tino.
I just bring something in about the fans, because it just shows how fans can affect a team, right? And this happened on the Saturday, which so obviously the second half, it was a lively atmosphere. It was actually everyone was singing old songs, and it was clapping. I mean, even at full time, I didn't hear any boos. Do you know what I mean? I heard there was actually appreciation. So it just shows that fans can, because we played better in the second half, even though Nottingham Forest didn't really have to do much. But then I watched the Rochdale-York game. Rochdale scored in the 95th minute, and their fans jumped on the pitch with a minute to go, and they ended up playing about 4 or 5 more extra minutes, and York City scored. So that just shows that fans can literally fuck their own team over, and Rochdale would have been promoted if it wasn't for their fans jumping on the pitch that early. So the fact that the fans got behind the team in the second half might have just helped keep the scoreline a little bit lower than what it was, because we all know how toxic it was in the past. So I'm just saying,
right,
it was ridiculous.
Congratulations to York as well. Well done. And the way they did it as well, because they only needed a point. Brett on the chat says, can't believe beating the Mags second time is more important for the fans than pushing for an FA Cup final. And Stephen Winship says, totally agree, Brett. Report Vale opportunity thrown away. I care, and I think the 3,000 that were down there cared as well. When we came out of the ground, the disappointment and frustration was palatable. Taffy Mackham says, Brett, of course it is. It wasn't a semi-final, FFS, whatever that means. So difference of opinion on that. Just very quickly, we've got 40 people on the likes. Why? We try and get 100 if we can on a Sunday. So hit the thumbs up. We got 140 people on the stream already. So if you've not, just hit the thumbs up. Do that. Give us a like. Get us to 100, and we'll love you forevermore. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's free to subscribe, and that does help us out. Right. I'll tell you what, I need to go on an advert first, because I want to come on to fans leaving next. All right. But before we do, of course, Wolf Competitions, our channel sponsor down here. Check them out. If you've not been on the website yet, have a look at the website. This is what it's all about. wolfcompetitions.co.uk. This is the Wolf Competitions website. If you'd like to check it out, loads of chances to win, even free to enter stuff. We are giving away a chance to, go to the Challenge Cup final if you're into rugby league. That's a tour of Wembley. Tickets for you and 3 friends. First class travel, accommodation, $2,000 to spend as well. And it's all for free. You can enter that if you're into your rugby. Loads of different competitions on there. Wheels to spin. You can win a car. 5p to enter. Just for 5p. A Ford Focus RS Ultimate Green, apparently. So 5p, get yourself in there. See if you could win yourself that. If you're into the football, of course, World Cup on its way. There is the international wheel, £2 a spin, loads of stuff. Different teams will get you different amounts of money. Of course, at England, the top team there, will get you £36,000 in cash, plus £2,000 for 12 months, and the chance to flip the Wolf coin 3 times for £5,000 per time. Scotland will get £25,000, Argentina 5,000. It's all on Wolf competitions. So you can check that out. Like we said, loads of different ways to win. The Premier League wheel still there. Lots of people win on that, up to £125 in cash. That's Liverpool if you get that, and that is just £2 per entry. Loads of chances to win cash and prizes courtesy of Wolf Competitions. And don't forget, there is a link in the description, wolfcompetitions.co.uk. So there you go. Thanks once again to our channel sponsors, wolfcompetitions.co.uk. The link is in the description below. Get yourself on, win some prizes, win some money. I could be knocking on your door, delivering you a big check. Who knows? Right, it's been talked about a lot. You know, people have got different points of view on this, but fans leaving at halftime, even before halftime, were 4-0 down. A lot of people left. I want your thoughts on it, Terry.
Yeah, well, I'm not one of these wet wipes. At the end of the day, I do believe that people pay the money and do what the hell they want. If they want to stay, they want to go, it's entirely up to them. I know people say it looks bad on TV and it's not good for the team. If the team's getting beat 4-0 and the fans are not happy, they can go home. It's entirely up to them. I personally would stay at the end, but that's just me. People want to go at halftime. It's, like I say, I don't really care. It's up to them. I'm not bothered. At the end of the day, if the players are not bothered about the fans staying, they'll put a performance in the first half, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Terry. See, for me, you know, you buy a ticket, you leave when you want to leave. If you want to leave, you know, what's the big deal? All this, oh, you're not proper fans. 15,000 on the waiting list for season tickets. Why don't you just go away and leave and let proper supporters come? You know, I leave always before the end of a game, right? And I have my reasons for doing it. If I didn't have to, I would stay. But, you know, it doesn't make me any less of a fan. And people who harp on about this, or, you know, shit fans and all this, it's an absolute load of bollocks, mate. I think you're a disgrace putting that on anybody. Jacob.
But put aside Friday night for now. We've had this issue, I think, for, I would say, a few years. I think fans are always trying to meet with representatives of the club to discuss ways of what we can do to improve the atmosphere in that stadium, because for me, just something's missing at times. There is ways that it can be done to really
sorry, Joe, can I quickly jump in though on that point you're saying? Right, you know, when we scored a goal and we used to play, I feel good and all that, right? All these
when the
things,
stadium first opened,
yeah, all these things to help generate atmosphere and stuff like that. You know, the club have tried, and you get people going, it's American, it's all this. So whatever you do, you know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Sorry, Jacob, go on.
But also, going back to, I think it was Brighton at home in March, we were 1-0 down. I think there was still about 7 or 8 minutes added on at the end of the game. Only 1-0 down. There were fans streaming out in their numbers. Only 1-0 down when we were pushing for an equaliser.
Why does that bother you, Jacob? Why does that personally bother you? It doesn't bother me one single bit.
What about fans streaming out?
Fans want to go 5 minutes early to get back to the car because they don't want to wait 2 hours in the car park. It's entirely up to them. It's entirely up to them. It doesn't make a difference.
But what doesn't help as well? I mean,
it's just strange.
I mean,
it wouldn't make no odds to me if I was a player. I'd want to score a goal. I'd want to score a goal whether the fan was watching us or not. I still want to win a game of football.
I mean, I used to have a car parking space in the car park right outside, and if you wasn't out with well, not 10 minutes, 8 minutes or something like that to go. Then the gates were locked and you couldn't get out then till everybody left. Now, you know, it makes a difference getting out, especially, I mean, I've got to go to work and stuff like that, you know, so things like that. But like Terry says, Jacob, I mean, why should it bother? You know, people paid their money. You know, you can do what you want. It's a free world. Right, go on.
For me, there's more, I think there's personally more of an issue to it. I think certain supporters group, the Red and White Army, I think are always trying to raise this as supporters meetings about ways that they can, particularly if you're driving, I can understand driving to that ground and getting away from it at full time can be an absolute nightmare in terms of, you know, the way certain roads getting out of Sunderland, particularly for a fan who's from Durham, getting out of Sunderland quickly. The traffic is a nightmare, and fans wanting to leave early because of that, that's sort of understandable. But at the same time, it's trying to figure out ways to try and minimize that going forward, because I think the club, I think they recognize it now. Obviously, fans, way more fans obviously streamed out on Friday, but fans were streaming out at the Brighton game only 1-0 down. Right.
Question for you, Jacob, from Tony Huntington on the chat. He says, would you sit through a theatre show if it was poor?
Would I sit through a theatre show if it was poor? It's a separate, it's not football. It's a separate debate.
No, it's entertainment though, isn't it? He's just, you know, he's just making the point. You know, if what the producing on the pitch is shit, you know, to be honest, if they're playing absolutely brilliant and somebody wants to leave, so what? You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's a difficult one. Dino, your thoughts on it? Fans leaving at half time.
Well, I hope Terry wasn't calling the fans who left wet wipes, or I don't know if he was calling the wet wipes who what people have been saying about it. I mean,
no, I'm saying I'm not a wet wipe. I don't care. I don't complain about every.
Oh, right, you said right. I wasn't sure. I'm not a wet wipe, so I wouldn't leave. I wasn't sure, but I mean, at the end of the day, people pay the money. If they want to leave at the end, they haven't got their value for money because they didn't stay for the full 90 minutes. So the only people who are losing out are the people who left because they've paid the £40, £50 or the season ticket money, and they're leaving 35 minutes in. They've travelled all that way wherever they've come from. So if anything, it's more of a waste of time for them and a waste of money for them. So, I mean, I'm not bothered. The only people who care about empty seats are mainly Newcastle fans, because that's all you ever hear. Oh, look, empty seats. Who gives a fuck about empty seats? No one gives a fuck. Only tin pot teams only care about seats and the attendance cup, man. At the end of the day, if someone wants to walk out because they're not happy with what they're watching, it is what it is. I mean, I've walked out of like shit films before. I've walked out when I've went to see a comedy show and it was shit. So I was like, I'm not fancying this, and I've walked out. Doesn't make us not a fan. It just means I'm not enjoying it. I'd rather go home. Simple as that. And if people have got a problem with it, that means you just need to mind your own fucking business. If you want to stay, stay. But if you don't, if people want to leave, it's got nothing to do with you. If people want to leave at the end of the day,
I tell you what, I think I have more of an issue with the people who, you know, go on social media and kick off about, you know, not proper fans, you know, booing the team and
social media is the worst. Social media is the worst thing because everyone's got an opinion, but they can't keep it to themselves. Remember before, if you've got no nice to say, go and say it. Now it's if you've got something to say it. And everyone's just so fucking negative. Social media is the worst thing now, because when I was a kid, if you've got nothing nice to say, just keep it to yourself. But now everyone wants to get it out there and wants to call people out. And it is the worst thing. I think it's poison, pure poison.
Right, okay. I'm getting a little bit worried now because Ian on the chat, spot on again, Dino. Emma's backing you. She's going, woo, 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 and all that. I must admit, I was watching the Arsenal game last night. I was looking to see if I could see Jacob in the crowd.
How many puns has he given tonight about this?
Anyway, I was watching that, and I did notice, like, you know what I mean, it was like on 90 minutes, and their ground was still packed, and it didn't bother me. But I did think that, you know, and to be fair, Jacob will probably tell us this, leaving Arsenal's ground, you know, is that as bad to get away from as it is like the Stadium of Light?
Almost, in terms of public transport round it, because a lot of people don't really drive. The parking
well,
around
they
the
don't,
Emirates
do
is shocking.
Yeah.
They would normally park the car a bit further away to go back to the car, because getting parking around that stadium it wasn't a stadium built to basically drive to, put it that way. Most people go to the Emirates to go via tube or bus, but yeah, obviously, but it's a different scenario with us. It's, for me, it's listen, I don't, it's not personal about fans leaving. It's, for me, it's going forward, we have to think of reasons of what can be done to have more fans in the ground from minute 1 to 90 minutes. It's not a personal problem. It's just finding ways to try and just basically improve the atmosphere. That's what I'm saying.
All right, I'll bring you in just now, Dino, because I wanted to say Tony Huntington says 100% Dean. He spelled your name wrong though, Dino, so but don't worry about that. Jim Buck says 100% Dino, spot on, keyboard warriors. Jim Buck walked out of a show in Amsterdam. I know, I was on stage and I didn't like it. Dino, you was one in there.
Yeah, see, the difference is with London, tubes run every 4 minutes. Like, metros are delayed all the time. They run like shite. And so it's harder for, I would say, around our area to get home. And like Jacob's saying about keeping people in the ground, it's like boxing. No one goes to the boxing at the start of a boxing event. Everyone turns up for the co-main and main event. But you don't see like them kicking off about that. Do you know what I mean? No one's saying you need to be in at the start of the fights. People want to go when they want to go, and people want to leave when they want to leave. There's nothing you can do about it. The only way you would stop it is if you just went, right, no one's leaving. Once you're in, you're not leaving until the final whistle goes, but then you can't do that because it's a health and safety issue, stuff like that. So at the end of the day, there's nothing you can really do to like prevent it. I don't think. It's people want to leave at certain times because they want to get back home, or they've got to get out the car park, catch the metro. You know, because everyone knows it's a nightmare. It's like nearly 50,000 people try to and like leave the stadium at the same time. It's never going to be easy.
Right, okay. Just on the chat quickly, I think Kyle, I'm not sure if he's dyslexic or something or whatever, but Corey, come on, you Red says that. I don't know. I don't know what he's going on about there. Right, just very quickly, 51 likes, which is not very good. We're trying to get to 150 people already on the stream. Hit the thumbs up. Do that for us, please. Give us a like. Let's get us to 100 as we like to do. All right, just very quickly then, because I do want to move on to on the Wolves. Ballard's goal, when he got the goal, and I'm forever the optimist. I know, right? And I was in the car driving to work, and he scored, and I thought, well, you know what, you know, and did you? I'm sure you've seen the VAR decision. Terry, is it right? Was it a foul on the goalie, do you reckon? There you go. Every show, and we've got it again. Go on, all right. Go on.
What a load of shite, man. It was an accident. It was never a foul on the keeper. I tell you what, it's just the game's gone. It really has gone. That's all I want to say on it.
Right, okay. Jacob?
What a foul by? I think the referee got it right. Personally, I mean, Terry will probably really disagree with me, but yeah, it was a foul from Nordy on the keeper. It was.
Wasn't right.
Right, okay. Right, okay. Sorry, before we go, Fresh, I've walked out on Wee Philly to get into the ground on time. You bastard. All right, thanks for that. Right, Dino, was it a foul on the keeper? Or is
was it? Fuck. Honestly, I have never seen. I mean, they were checking for the offside. How can you go from checking for an offside when it wasn't offside and then going, oh, we want to check for a foul instead? It was like they were looking for a reason to chalk it off. It was ridiculous. It's when it's a glaring, obvious mistake. There was no offside. Nordy Mukulele has touched the ball and he's in midair. He's coming down. Where's he meant to go? He can't go anywhere but towards the keeper, and the contact's so minimal. Even if Nordy wasn't on the floor, I don't think the keeper's getting there anyway because he's already jumping with 1 foot. He doesn't try and plant the other foot on the ground, and it's so soft. And then not long after, there was a challenge where I don't know if it was Brobby, where he went to go and tackle the defender. The defender kicks the ball away and then stamps on Brobby's foot or one of the players' foot. Is that not a foul then? Because nobody touched the ball first, and then his momentum took him towards the keeper. Then their player touched the ball first and then stood on our player. So it should work both ways, surely. It was an absolute joke. They went from looking for an offside when it wasn't, then go, there might be a foul here. And I'm sorry, that's not a foul. It's so weak. The keeper got protected. The keeper got protected. That was what that was. It was fucking.
And of course, Dino, you were so angry about it because it was scored early enough that you thought, had that goal been given, we'd have been in with a chance of getting something at the game.
A bit of momentum. You know what I mean? It gives you a bit of momentum. You never know. I mean, look at the Villa game. We scored one, then we scored straight away. Sunderland are known for getting points back from losing positions. We're one of the highest teams in the league. So you don't know what that could have done. Yeah, it would have been a massive ass, don't get us wrong. But to rule it off for something so fucking nothing, it just stinks.
I don't know about you, Dino. I was so fucking angry at that decision. I was more angry at that decision. I wasn't 4-0 down at half time.
Right, okay. Just very quickly, because this is getting very, very worrying. Now, Emma, you took the words right out of my mouth, Dean. Good song, that. Taffy Mackham, is this Dean a clone? As he agrees again. Ian, bloody hell, agree, Dino. So there's a lot of agreeing going on. But the Mountain Cabby says Brobby got kicked all over all night and now done about it again. Right, okay, let's move off that because I want to get into the Wolves game. So Wolves game on Saturday. Are we on the beach now? I mean, do we play some fringe players, or is Europe still in our grasp? Jacob,
Europe's still doable. Don't get me wrong, but it goes back to what Dino said earlier. We have to rely on other results to go our way. Europe is basically now going to be how badly the players want it, more or less, particularly after the debacle on Friday. It's how quickly they want to get themselves back up and running, and more importantly, start performing. And we don't deserve Europe at all if we can't get a result against a team bottom of the league already relegated. I'm sorry.
All right, just very quickly, Emma's saying no man of the match. I did have man of the match, but I thought it was a bit silly asking for one. But go on, Terry.
I give it to Ronaldo. Coming at half time, did a good job.
Go on then, Dino, a man of the match.
I can't give one.
No, right.
I refuse.
No, right, which is why I just sort of skirted past it. Terry, are we just going to play some fringe players, see the season out, or are we going for Europe still?
Of course, we're not going to play any fringe players. Can you see the likes of Diarra ever being put on the bench? The highest, most expensive player in the side, 30 million. He's only going to be subbed, is he? They're going to be put on the bench, sitting on the benches. He's always going to start. Some players just always start for whatever reason. No, the players who played on Friday night, probably rather than start Ronaldo and not Hume, need to come out and, really sort of, as we would say, man up, make up for Friday night, get stuck in against Wolves and make up for it. I mean, you're never going to be able to make up for a 5-0 drubbing at home, an embarrassing performance like that. But at least show a bit of dignity, come out and put a performance in and try and get the 3 points against Wolves. Simple as. So play the majority of the time that let the fans down. Simple as.
Right, okay. Jim Buck on here says, Philly, can we have Wincy on next Sunday? I'm not sure Wincy's up for coming on out like this, is he, Terry?
He's never been on before, has he?
No, he's not, but it's
not
his
really cup of tea. Not his cup of tea.
No, so there you go. We'd gladly have him on if he wanted to come on. We might be able to entice him with 8 or 9 pints, something like that, possibly. It's the only way. Dino, Wolves next week. We can still make Europe. Are we going to go for it or what?
I mean, we can. We just need to win. I would say I think we need 3 wins at least. 3 wins at least to give her a chance.
While you're on there, I'll tell you what we'll do then. We've got 4 games left. We've got Wolves away, Man United at home, Everton away, Chelsea at home. How many points are you going to get from each? So what you said for Wolves?
I reckon we've got to beat Wolves. They're down. They've got nothing to play for. They're playing for pride. We need to beat Wolves. Simple as that. If anything more than a win's not good enough.
Man United at home.
Try and get a draw.
So you're saying 1 point there.
Yeah.
Right, Everton away.
Try and get a result. Try and get a win.
So you're saying 3 points.
Yeah, 3 points.
Okay. And then Chelsea at home.
Win.
3 points. So that's not bad. That's 10 points. That should get us into Europe, I would imagine. Jacob, I'll quickly throw that one at you. Wolves away. How many points?
3.
3 points. Man United at home.
Draw.
A draw, 1 point. All right. Everton away.
Draw again.
Draw. And Chelsea at home.
Win.
3 points. So you're going for 8 points there, which again, not a bad little haul. Terry?
I'm going to save you all the rigmarole of the bollocks. 4 points is about as much as we're going to get. And I'll be surprised if we do that now. It seems to me that the season's over.
Are you saying the point?
A lot of players' heads have gone. It looks as if we're going to get no more than 4 points. We've got no chance of getting to Europe.
Terry. So are you? I'm just curious though. We're going to beat Wolves next week. Then no.
We'll beat Wolves. We might get a point against Everton, and that's about it.
So 0 there and 0 there. Well, Terry.
Man, you were going for the top 4. Chelsea will try and come back and get into European position. Everton, we might get a point against Everton. We should beat Wolves, but look at. We have our rose-tinted glasses on too. We get any more than 4 points, but you can always come back to this video and prove me wrong. Hopefully they do.
The thing is, though, when we play Chelsea, our game against Chelsea could be for a European place.
It's not going to be, man. It's not going to be.
I know, but I like to think it's going to be. I like to think positive. I like to be upbeat and think Mackham's in Milan and all that.
After seeing the last 2 results, I'm kind of thinking this next European football next season is a step too far. Yeah. It's a step too far, too soon yet.
Right, okay. I mean, I must admit, after Friday, I thought, just forget all this talk about Europe. And then when I looked at the league table, I thought, it could still happen. Anyway, Taffy Mackham says 10 points. Is this an audition for the remake of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Right, let's get your predictions then for Wolves away next week. Terry?
1-0 sneaky win.
1-0 sneaky win. Dino?
I want to win, but I've just got a feeling of 1-1.
1-1 draw, right. Jacob?
2-1 lads win.
2-1 the lads. Oh, I'm gonna go with Terry. I'm gonna go cheeky 1-0 win. I think like that. And yes, I'm gonna miss that game as well, but I'll tell you why when we go off there.
Do you know about next season as well? I think we're going to have a totally different team, right? Because you think of all the players who are out. We've got Talby out, or Tybee, sorry, not Talby. And then you've got Nilson Aguilo. I don't know what's happened to him. I mean, is he massively injured or something?
I think he's due back soon, though.
I mean, we haven't really seen much of him. We've got Mundell to come back. We've got Adingra, whatever's going to happen with him. We're going to have a squad next season. I think we've just left ourselves short because we've let people go out on loan and stuff. So we'll have a bit of a stronger team because let's be fair, like Jensen Jones has been on the bench and stuff like these youngsters, so them won't be on the bench next season. Hopefully, we'll have a stronger bench. I'm hoping.
Is everybody confident that Jack will be here next season?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I think he's got a 2-year deal, hasn't he?
2-year deal, is it?
Yeah.
I think so. I'd like to think he'd be here next season because I think he's enjoyed the project. Do you know what I mean? I think he would want to get Europe and then play another year in Europe as his last year for Sunderland, and I think he'll be doing his coaching badges in the background maybe.
I think we'll get another 4, 5, 6 players in the transfer window as well.
Aye, but who we're going to get, who we're going to release, who we're going to get rid of though, because there's going to be players going.
I can imagine someone like Dennis Serkin going and them type of players going.
Well,
Yeah.
he's out of contract, isn't he? End of the season. Yeah.
Right, okay. Just very quickly, Ian says 2-1 win. Brett says 2-1 Wolves, surprisingly. Taffy Mackham says a 1-1 draw. Dan Will says 2-0 win. Emma says 1-1 draw. 2-1 Sunderland, Pixel Rich, 2-2 Miles Percival. They're your predictions coming in. And yeah, well, that just about wraps it up, really. Don't forget, please hit the thumbs up, give us a like if you would. We've got 68 at the moment, so 32 of you just hit that thumbs up. That'll get us to the magic 100, as we like to do on a Sunday. Once again, a massive thank you to Wolf Competitions, our channel sponsor. We couldn't do it without you. Thanks to you lot for sponsoring the channel. Check it out. If you've not been on yet, like I said, loads of people win. Get on the website, win some money, win some prizes. wolfcompetitions.co.uk. There is a link in the description below. Just about wraps it up from us. Jacob, do you want to say? Oh, no, I'll leave you to the last. Sorry, just say bye to everybody.
Goodbye. Enjoy your week.
Dino.
See you later. Thanks for tuning in and see you next week.
Wow. Are you coming on next week?
Yeah. Actually, no, I'm going to be pissed in Durham, so no, I won't be.
Bank holiday next weekend.
Yeah, it's bank holiday, isn't it?
Oh, God.
Billy's favourite time of the year.
Oh, shit. By the way, I'm if you're in Sunderland, by the way, next Sunday, I'm doing a gig in the toy shop in Georgia.
Oh,
I know. Just they've been asking us for like ages and ages and ages. So
What time is that, Bill?
What
time's that?
I'm doing 3:30 till 6:30. So don't worry, I'll be about. But yeah, eventually I said we'll do one for them. So if you're out and about on Bank Holiday Sunday,
are you the stripper, like?
What?
Are you the stripper?
I'm the entertainment, believe it or not. So, but come on down. Come and see us. We'll have a laugh. Jacob, just say bye to everybody, would you please?
Bye, everyone. Most importantly, I was going to say have a good bank holiday next weekend, but have a good bank holiday weekend, and most importantly, keep the faith.
Most importantly, up the Arsenal. Right, okay, listen, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to please like, share, subscribe, and if you remember, including Jim Book gifted 10 new memberships last week. So if you remember, watch for your name on the credits, including the new ones from last week. So thanks a lot. Tune in next week. We'll see you then. Bye bye.